Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an eye-catching social media post using Adobe Express. This is perfect for Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, or whatever social media website you can think of. And this is great if you want to have a cleaner social media presence, a more professional looking social media presence, expand on your social media design skills, and just want to experiment with Adobe Express altogether. So the first step you're going to want to do is you'll want to go to adobeexpress.com, which is adobeexpress.com, and then you can either sign in or create an account. I have an account, so I'm just going to go ahead and sign in with my user credentials. Once you've done that and you're inside of Adobe Express, this is the screen you'll be looking at. So the way to go from here is with part one, and that's starting a project. So the way you want to do this is in the Adobe Express dashboard, you want to click the plus icon here, and let's go down to social media. Now let's choose a Instagram portrait post. And then you want to go ahead and click the Browse Templates option here. So in this left navigation, you can see a bunch of templates that Adobe Express has by default. This tutorial shows how to make a design from a template, but in another video, I'll show you how to create from scratch. So let's pick one that we like. Let's see. So for me, I'm graduating soon, so I'm gonna look up graduation. Awesome. So let's say I want to select this one because I have a graduation party coming up. So let's click this one. Now, the great thing about Adobe Express is that you can edit everything in this template. So say you wanted to change this name, all you have to do is click, highlight the text, and change the words. So my graduation is this Saturday, and that's May the 17th. So I'm just making some adjustments here, and it's at 9:30 a.m. And I'll just go ahead and change this to Jack Stevens Center. Alright, so that's how you do a basic change with a template. Now, if you want to customize the design even further, you can do that. So let's say you wanted to change the font here. The way you do that is by selecting the text and then going over here to your left navigation, clicking here, and then you get different options. Now, let's say I know the font I want to use. Let's say that font is Montserrat Black specifically. I can do that. Now, something you may have noticed is that the text is so big that it's bleeding off of the page. Or when I say bleeding, I mean that it's too long, that it's hanging off of the page. So something you can do to fix that is come over to this left navigation with the text selected and decrease the size. There you go. Now it's the right size. Now, let's say I wanted to switch this graphic with something else. One way to isolate a graphic in Adobe Express is to go to the Layers panel over here. So if we click this, we see the cap. So now it's selected. So I'm going to delete that cap. And then since I want to add a new element, I'm going to go to the Elements panel. And I'm going to search graduation cap. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and view all. And let's say I like this one. I like this one more, so tap that. Great, so once you tap it, the new element has shown up in our panel. So it's a little bit small. We wanna make it bigger, right? So the way to make it bigger is by clicking on it and dragging any corner, and it'll scale proportionally to a size that you're happy with. This is a good size. and then I'll just put it in the middle. Now, let's say I wanted to change the colors of this graphic. So I've noticed that the background is this orange color, and that doesn't really feel like a graduation color to me. I feel like graduation is better as blue. That's traditional, right? We know that this is the background because you'll actually see it up here. It's the same color. This is the background. So I want to change this to blue. So I'll do that by clicking this, going to custom, and I'm just gonna pick a nice blue. So this feels pretty good to me. And that's how you change the background color. Now, let's say I wanted to change the background of this here. Not the full background, but this background here. One way to do that, if you have a lot of layers on top of each other, is by going again to the layers panel. And then I think this might be it. So I'll go ahead and click on that where it has the 3 within a circle. That essentially tells you that you have layers stacked on top of one another. So let's double click on that and then click around. Okay, I think that's it. You can tell that that's it because when I selected it, it gave me a border around the exact one that I'm trying to adjust. So in order to change the color, you'll go over to the rectangle tool, fill, and here we can change the color. So the color I'd like to change it to is like a nice graduation gold color. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay. And the last thing I want to do is I want to change the color of this oval to blue, but I want to make it the exact same color as the background. So to do that, I'll find the oval in my layers panel, select it, like so, and there it is. And you can tell it's selected because it created the border around it. We're going to go to fill, and we're going to use the eyedropper tool. So when you click the eyedropper tool, it gives you a little eyedropper, and you can select any color on your canvas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the background, click there, and there we go. Just change the color. So now that I'm happy with all of my edits, I want to download it to my computer, which basically means saving it to your computer. So the way you do that is you go to this little download icon here, click that. I'm going to save this as a PNG because they are small, so they don't take up a lot of space, but they retain quality really well. So that's just a general rule of thumb. If you're saving a still image, PNG is generally a good way to go. So we're selecting PNG, but if you want to do any other option, all you have to do is click this drop-down menu. And then click download. And once that's done, you can open it, and there we go. And that is how you create a simple Instagram graphic or simple social media graphic for any social media website using Adobe Express and templates. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.